all this other stuff going on, but it's like a winter scene. So I haven't finished it, we're in stages.
Yes.
My senior class. Nobody.
Reminds you of the senior
You might
class?
have one.
Nobody has anything.
Okay,
I did one more.
we're gonna draw a bond.
This is the very senior class.
I had a bunch.
I like to place mine maybe around here. I don't wanna put it right in the middle, but sort of like, everybody knows about that tic-tac-toe, right? You have to place something really strategically in one of these 4 areas for design and composition. No, I mean, imagine tic-tac-toe, I don't wanna draw it.
Tic-tac-toe. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, so let's draw a bond. I'm gonna attempt to draw something like this. Don't worry about it, let's just rough it in like this. See how I hold my pencil? This way. And then I'm gonna go this way with a turn down, okay? This way, this way. And don't worry if they're not, you could even put a little curve, because this is it's falling apart, this is an old bond. Okay, come in a little bit here. Straight down this way. Okay. And then we're gonna come in this way. We're gonna turn this into an old bond. Okay, gonna cut across here like this. And then we're gonna come in a little bit, we're gonna make that little cement area. If I go too fast, yell at me. That's the bottom of the line where the
the
shed-
foundation?
Yeah, the foundation's gonna sit there. There's gonna be a wall here. You can put whatever you want, like a rock wall.
Excuse me.
Bless you,
Thank
bless
you.
you, bless you. All right. And then for the background, I'm gonna put just some areas like this, rough it up like this, but don't have it straight. I like to keep it flowing like this somehow, put this high up and then have this horizon line come down low, maybe something like this. Just create anything that you want here that might give it a little bit of feeling. Let's put a tree in, okay? So what I do is I try to go right to the top, and remember trees are thin at the top and then fatter at the bottom a little bit, but not too much. They gradually come down like this. You know, we got a mama bear, papa bear, and baby bear. Let's try to do 2 or 3. You could do whatever you want here. And then let's have one coming up from the bottom here. Okay. Again, don't follow the photo. You know, I don't think you can because you don't have it in front of you. But just come up with any kind of design you want.
Whenever anyone says trees, I always think of Bob Ross.
Bob Ross,
Yeah.
Happy.
king of trees, happy trees. Oh, he did. Yeah, all those trees, they were nice.
What is that, the tree goes the whole length?
Yeah, I gotta
Or
go
the
right down
picture?
off the paper.
Okay.
See this one here, but instead of turning it, I just gave it like, you could put a little side branch if you want coming up here. You don't want to take the view away from your painting, you want to like, trap them, keep it inside. It's an old. Okay. Keeping it very simple. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna attempt to do, I'm gonna wet all around the house. Not get water on the roof, but I'm gonna get water on the trees, I'm gonna get right up to this line here, and I'm gonna get all of this wet. But whenever you do watercolor, you always have to keep in mind, where is my light coming from? And that is the biggest and hardest thing to always keep in mind when you do watercolor. Where do you want the light to come from? We'll keep it simple, we'll have the light coming from the left, and then the right side will be our dark side, okay? Keep it simple that way. So what I'd like you to do is using fresh water. Dot, you want to use this brush? Use another brush?
Okay. Whatever.
What I'm doing? No color yet. No color yet. Let's just wet,
Wet the whole thing, Jerry?
No, just wet right up to the horizon line. I'm gonna cover over where the trees are too, Carol.
Just do the sky.
Yep, we're just doing the sky. I'm gonna come down near the roof line.
Mess.
What color are you using?
What color are you using? Transparent. Now you really do sound like my senior class.
Oh, no.
Just using water.
I have to say it, Terry.
Just the sky. Oh.
Thanks, Wade. Now, what brush are you using? Anyone you want, you don't feel you have to be trapped. I tell people, whatever color you feel like painting, you paint them on whatever way you
So
want,
doing
whatever.
below the house,
So I
below
just
the
got-
shed
Do you
too?
have
I'm
just slight
just
pigment or are
doing-
we a little,
I'm just doing the sky,
Oh, just the
okay?
sky?
I went right over it.
Oh.
This is the fun part, you're gonna see now. You want it wet, but you don't want it soaking wet. You want it to be sort of like,
Last time.
like
Can I
this.
have one of those large brushes, please?
Okay?
Last time.
Do you mix water with this?
Well,
Get all
dip your
over.
brush
Do you
in
mix
the
water with
water
this?
to wet it,
Yes.
then go
So
into
you
your
put water
paint.
with it
Yeah.
to, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how much water, it's all I feel.
Okay, yeah, okay. Here we go.
Oh, I should have had everybody squared out, yellow, blue, and red. We'll use those.
Okay.
Okay.
Yellow, blue, and red.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I put in here.
well, that's all right.
Cerulean blue or ultramarine?
All right, here we go. Okay, let's do this.
Is that acrylic?
Watch how I do it. I'm gonna come up this way with the yellow. Okay?
Oh, it's a special thing.
See?
Wow, really bright.
Yep, I have to, because this way it's gonna dry
That's
much.
like yellow orange, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, now while it's still wet,
Thank you, Mom. Can you
go in,
Still wet.
grab some red. Okay, watch what I do. I'm gonna go in here, some streaks of red.
Oh, you know what, I was using it, that's,
Okay?
no, that's okay.
And then
I was using it.
go in
Sorry.
and get some blue, right here.
Wow, this is like TV art.
Okay?
On the other side.
I got some blue, I just put a streak in it. Now here's what you gotta do. You gotta let gravity do its thing.
Oh,
Blue, 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 blue.
Let it mix right on the paper. Don't do it with the brush.
so first he did
Don't
red.
do it with the brush.
Oh, blue.
Let gravity do its thing. This is what I call rock and roll.
Rock
See it?
and roll.
See it rocking and
So
rolling.
it has to be pretty wet.
Yeah.
You saw it. Yours is okay. You could- you want some more
Yellow
water.
is to the left.
Yeah, yellow on your left, and then the blue.
Blue.
Okay. See how it's mixing? I find that this is what you do. Watercolor works its best when you let it do its thing. And what you do is you let it mix on its own side. So you want your light colors on the left and then your dark colors on the right. Around, see if anybody needs help. We all good.
We need help, I need help. No.
You do? All right. Well, did you wet it, Karen, enough? And that's the biggest brush. You know what, you're working at a disadvantage. You don't have good paper like I do, and you don't have good brushes like I do, but you're doing okay,
Judy
you know. All right. All right, and that's what he was doing, he pushes the color through. Okay, now Karen, do rock and roll. Okay, rock and roll with your colors, why don't you go down? We gotta remember, we're gonna keep white on the roof, okay? Maybe I'll work at the barn. All right, I'm gonna switch to another smaller brush. If I have one. If you have a flat or a small round brush, use either one. Don, you need a small one? Help
What,
yourself.
what are we gonna do? What are we doing?
We're going to a smaller brush now.
Oh, smaller brush, okay.
There is a dark streak of line right up, like, see this area over here where the shed is? So I'm gonna put that in here. Let's see if we can do that. Just go across this way. Okay, sort of like you gotta, I'm jumping the gun, I'll put my darks.
Than it was for the presidential election.
Oh,
Wow.
The people who were sponsoring the casino, there were thugs that were holding
Yeah.
signs. It was the craziest thing I
Yeah.
ever saw.
Isn't that weird, huh?
Yeah, it was really.
I
really
guess they were
bizarre.
giving free rides.
Next down the brush.
I'm
Watch,
ready
we're gonna
to-
put a window
because,
down
I wanted
here.
to-
Pay attention.
Listen, everybody's got detention. Okay, we're gonna put a window. I'm gonna put those little panes. Now what you do is you just touch it. Watch what I'm gonna do. Touch it in one area, leave some white, touch it again, leave some white, touch it again.
Touch, touch,
Okay.
touch. In the blue, right?
Yep, blue and red.
That's
Don't try to draw it perfect, you know. And then there's 6 windows now. You know those old-fashioned windows they used to have on the cellar
yeah.
on the
Oh, I put
bottom
the
there?
windows in the right
That's what
spot.
that is. Okay?
Is there such thing?
Detention.
Who's got
Yeah.
okay.
You're giving detention.
Oh, and then let's put a window here.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Put a window here. Okay.
That's all right. I
Let's
got
do a
extra
window
windows.
here on the top here. I think there is one.
My point of view. Yes.
Your turn.
Oh, he put windows over there.
I know in oil painting, don't they usually start with darks first?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I figured let's do it with watercolor. I mean, there's no set rule. They say watercolor, you should put your lights in first and then your darks after. But sometimes I break the rules and I say, hey, no, I'm gonna get my values in this way and set them in. And you know what I like to do? I like to change color every so often. I don't like to use the same colors or something. I might go and use red and yellow or
Mix
red,
it up, change it a
yellow.
little.
Yes.
What is
yes.
that, Jerry? Rocks that you're doing?
Yeah, I'm doing
Oh,
like
rocks,
the rock
the rocks.
wall. The rock wall.
Oh, the
here.
rock wall,
The
okay.
rock wall, just
Thank
at the
you.
bottom. Just at the dark. And just taking my brush and just doing this. That's all. Coming to the end of the driveway, whatever you want to call it. The pathway. See? This is where I put my yellows and my oranges in. Colors here. This is where you want to build it up. Piled up snow. And then the same thing on the other side. Start very small with the little shapes. Okay?
What do you mean piled
Well,
up?
vegetation that's sometimes it's exposed in the snow.
Past,
Yeah.
past.
Dip it in, some water. Yeah, do something like this with vegetation.
Look at their palette,
Okay.
it looks like mud, and when they put it on the paper, it's like color.
It's beautiful.
I know,
Let's see how we can do some of this. Our
So
light's
what-
coming from the left, right? So we need to have this side's gonna be darker. So we could work now. Let's see if we can do something with this bond. Let's get our bond in first. Okay, I have some color already mixed here. You can make your bond any color you want. Don't go by the photo. Look how the photo is. I don't know why it's come out like this. I think I went and not Photoshop, Picasso, and I don't know what I did, but I won't do that anymore, but I destroyed it. I'm gonna just take and lightly, let's see if I can do it here. All right, this is where you mix your color, right on the palette. I got some red, I got some orange, okay? And you're gonna go in here, go close to the bottom, and leave some white around the window. Okay. And then go in and get the blue,
What color is it?
or orchid color that we have here.
Red, blue, and yellow.
You could use red and yellow for the front of the barn,
Oops, excuse me.
and then let it blend in. Mine's gonna bleed because I got too much water, see? So I'm gonna take some of that off my brush. Let's get some
Yeah.
red up here. Leave a white frame around the window, see? What I'm doing? A white frame. This is where you have to really like control where you're going. It's like calligraphy. Get some more
Why did you
here.
make your red? Oh, you don't. Yellow.
Maybe I picked a too difficult subject, huh?
I like the colors.
Thank you. Yeah, mix them right on there. See, if I had a knife, I'll show you, you don't have to do this, but I'll get my knife out. We're dangerous, huh, us watercolor people.
With a knife?
And I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna get my knife and see if I can do this. You could use like a pencil, you could use another. I'm gonna see the lines are going down, up, across. I'm gonna make them go down. And you don't have to draw them continuous. Just bring them straight down.
I wonder if you could do that in oils.
I guess you could, yeah.
Yeah.
Just have a knife with you.
Yeah.
I've seen them do it,
Have you?
yeah.
I know.
This gives you the,
You can use your credit card too.
which one, your credit card?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the
you know
one.
the ones that come in the mail that you throw away?
Yep.
The
You
things
can
will
save
land
those,
tonight.
cut them up.
Credit cards.
Cut them up.
That's
You
what
have
Lamar
watercolor
uses.
with some handy.
I
know.
save those and I use them. I got a few. Okay, that just gives you a little bit of a, you're getting muddy, you're mixing too much on the paper. Okay, you don't want to mix too much on the paper. Let the colors mix themselves. All right, go back. Every inch or two, I change my color. I try to get another color. Okay, and then I'm gonna do something like that with the knife again too. Just scratching some lines that look like old, make it look old like a barn. What's already there for the door, okay? And do it here a little bit, I don't know, just to show that it's like a cellar part of the house or the shed. Okay, let's throw in, I hate to have just one color, I'm gonna put some orange in there too. Yeah, sort of like that. Now, we didn't do this part, I added this little extra room here. We could do that too. Again, this is in light, so we want to keep this pretty, whoops, it's a dark color. We want to have a nice light color. I got gray, but I don't know. It's gonna be, and then don't forget to keep that little white area around the window. I go too fast, let me know. I know I am going too fast, but I'm trying to be timed, you know, because this is, it takes time, but you can do it all in one sitting. I like to finish a painting in one sitting.
How long does it take
Do
you to do
you?
a painting?
Oh, a couple of hours maybe, yeah.
That's your, so you try and do a painting and do it.
Yeah.
You don't
in
let
one
it
sitting.
take days and days?
No, oh no,
No.
heck, it doesn't pay.
What do you say, that doesn't pay?
Well, I mean, you know what would you charge then for a watercolor that takes you days and days? I mean, oil painting, you can't take you days and days, right? But a
Absolutely.
watercolor, I think the best ones are done spontaneous and fast
Yeah.
and with very little effort, you know? So I like that
Very little
color.
effort.
Do you always do it from photos there, Jerry, or do you?
I like to get outside as much as I can, but when you don't get outside, this is what I end up doing. But I do it always for my own photos. I never use anyone else's photos. I take photos of myself, and you know, sometimes I'll start a painting outside, and then I'll bring it in and finish it, you know, but it's hard today, the way things are. That will tell you, huh? You try to get organized and try to get, okay, so now we're just gonna suggest some snow, like, I'm just using a very light color that's already on my palette, like a light bluish red, purple. And let's just like come up with the snow like this. Shadows, these are the shadows.
Oh, you're
Okay.
question.
Go ahead.
Supposed to fast.
You can talk and ask me questions, I don't mind,
Your water.
whatever anybody wants.
What's the winning lotto numbers?
Huh?
That's a question.
Yeah. we have water.
What is it?
What's the winning lotto numbers?
I wish I knew. I wouldn't tell you.
You go around, you go around the trees or over the trees?
I went right over them, I don't Okay, right over here too. I'm gonna bring it some.
That means I get my butt up out of bed and go in there, huh?
And don't have it go straight. Snow is bumpy, the ground is bumpy, so you wanna have it like curve around like this. See, give them curves. You know, it's a lot of observation. You really have to get out and observe nature. You see how trees grow, you see how things happen.
So Jerry, how did you get
Yes,
that
dear.
shade that you have now? That's
I'm
blue and
dragging
green?
some colors that I already
Drag
had
and
on there.
drag and, okay,
Dragging,
drag
wetting
and-
it, grab my brush, drag and pull. Keeping it very thin and
See
light.
that,
See?
yeah.
And don't forget, you have shadows going across the road too, so the road isn't just perfect. But the shadows get bigger as they get closer to you, see? Let's add some more color here. When you could use mine too. if you
When
want.
watercolor
And color. You got some? Okay.
When you don't, when you don't do it anymore,
It's really cool, that
it's all I used to do.
You know what I like to do? I like to use acrylic
Ah, see?
as water.
Yeah, use your fingers, or anything that you can use
Don't get
to
the
soften
bleeding.
and everything.
You know,
There's some nice things
I mean,
going on.
and
It's beautiful.
if you watch.
Dot, don't give up watercolor.
I already did.
Oh.
You can use watercolor, yeah.
She gave up. Everybody's abandoning watercolor for oil. I don't know why. It's
Cause you can wipe it away and fix it.
Yeah,
And they say,
It's more forgiving, is that what you're saying?
Yes. that's
Someone just
exactly-
said that to me the other day.
yeah. All right, so I got some of the shadows in the snow. I'm gonna go back and do some more with that. I wanted to get in here. I don't know if it's gonna be wet or not, but I'm gonna try. Now, I'm gonna mix some yellow with some of the blue that I got on my palette, and I'm gonna do some evergreen trees on the back. I don't know if this is gonna work, but bear with me. Okay, I'll show you what I do. Starting there, come down like this, and then taking the tip of your brush, just dabble like this. You want to dabble? Little dabble, do ya? Remember Brill Cream?
My father still has it too.
This will give you like that effect of trees. Okay? And what you're going to be doing by putting darks against the roof here, you're going to be popping out that roof on the house even more. On the barn, actually. And then don't have them all the same height. Have maybe this one, I'm going to do another tree taller. Okay? See how fast you get them in? We just do a few, you can just dabble them in. They're basically all the same shape. But when you get to the roof here, you got to really careful. See?
And that's just a green that you mixed up?
That's a green or whatever I had on my palette with blue and then that yellow is shining through, that's underneath it. See that yellow that's underneath it? It's shining through. Now, I'm one that doesn't like to have the same color all the time, so I'm gonna just mix something else here. Okay, now I think I got, yeah, there's a tree here that I wanted to, that's all right.
That's another.
Okay. Is there a tree? No, there's no tree. Okay, I thought there was a tree. Yeah. If you cover over some trees that you already drew on there, that's all
Look
right.
at Bob Collins' painting, you know?
Which one? Oh.
Chris O'Keefe.
Told my wife when she went there, I said, put $25 in the film. I want that picture.
Which one was it?
The
That
one
big
by
abstract.
Bob Collins.
Oh, the
yeah.
back, you wanted that one?
I wanted it,
funny.
I wanted to get it. I'm gonna kill it. I was so mad at her.
She got it?
sell it to you.
No.
She'll sell it to you for
She didn't like it.
$1,000.
She'll sell it to you.
She bought another picture. She had, there was a little bidding war for something.
Oh, she
Who
won
got
that
it?
too. She won that one.
Bidding
Who
war.
got it?
There was
Chris.
It was a
She
tree.
wanted it for her daughter.
But she won that too. The small one. She won them, I guess, in the silent auction. Okay, I'm going around the tree. See what I got a tree there. But whatever you want to do, you can. Does it look like I don't see it. When I'm close up, I can't even see what the heck I'm painting.
I was gonna ask you that, do you ever just like
Left.
walk away?
To the right. So I'm gonna put in a big evergreen tree on this side. I'm gonna make the dark side on this one. See? Now don't worry, we'll put the bark of the tree after. See, I'll go back and I'll do something like this after, and then it'll be like the bark of the tree.
Would you take your watercolor?
Oh, I know, what's the matter with that?
And don't worry about colors, because
Oh.
trees could be blue, they could be red, they could be any color you want them to be. You know, people say, oh, you don't have a green. Oh, hey, you'll be surprised. Levon does that. She does this with the
Yeah, I know
trees.
Levon. I taught with her for a while. I haven't seen her in years. How's she doing?
She has a whole series of.
She's a drawing.
She's on TV, YouTube, and everything. You can get her on YouTube.
I think it's Hall's
I remember the night,
TV station.
the night Levon
Yeah.
and I got drunk.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Tell us about it.
Oh, yeah, one
let's
of
hear
those
it.
nights.
It was one of the artists that I was teaching music, she was teaching art, and her director was moving to Italy. And I don't know, her and I were just sitting on the couch. It was like 6 o'clock about.
She's a hoop without alcohol.
Oh, she's a
Yeah.
funny girl.
She was
Yeah,
like- she was like
I
fun
never
when
knew her.
she's
I never knew her until
I can
that
imagine.
night. We became pretty good friends. I haven't seen her in a long time.
She does it
She's a good artist.
very good.
She is. She's
She's
very
a
loose.
demo.
I like her style. I like what she
Yeah, I
does.
love it.
Carol, I let Boston Post Road know that I was gonna let all the pastel artists in our group know that they actually sell that paper right there and they have really fancy pastel paper, like stretched onto pieces of, like graphite hard stuff.
Where's that?
The ampersand.
At, at Post Road Art Center. Because at
There's a lot of
Post
Post
Road
Road.
Art Center,
Yeah.
you know where Fireflies is?
They put
No.
the stuff on.
Okay,
the
it's
wall.
on
wow.
Route 20. I think it's Mom.
I'm sorry.
It's artist lab.
Yeah, okay. Because I, this watercolor course, I'm thinking
They're all
some
three
lady
different
came in with
sizes, right?
a watercolor.
Yeah.
Instructor. Oh, that's not good.
That size has to be
Screaming,
darker.
yelling at her, and I'm looking at what she did and what the instructor did with her stuff. I couldn't see the difference.
Oh, really?
It wasn't, well, there was a bit of a difference because the other was an experienced, well, artist.
I think he's doing the trees. Are you doing the trees?
Yeah, I'm doing some trees and I get lighter in the background. The trees in the back and have this one in the front darkest. Okay? But you take your paint, very little water, and go right in and do this. Now I'm mixing just blue and red and yellow seem to be making the brown color that I'm getting here. So you don't really have to worry about brown. I never use black. Never use black. You get black by
Do
making,
you ever do your trees gray?
yeah, you could do gray too.
Or do you ever do that?
Yeah, once in a while you can
Occasionally.
do gray. If you want to make gray trees, go right ahead. You could do
No, I was just wondering.
yeah, you could do
They're
gray.
not as colorful, are they?
Well, I don't know,
They're
yeah,
pretty.
but on a winter scene, you should, they should be gray, right? That's what
I
I'm
don't know.
thinking.